What is your name?
Paul Herman.
Where were you born?
In New York, Astoria, Long Island. It's Astoria. It's part of Queens in New York on Long Island.
How old are you?
67.
How many years have you lived in Iceland?
19.
What is your educational background?
I had 2 years of college, and literature was my main interest.
What is your job?
During the daytime, I work in a laundry, and right now, when you leave, I'll be working on an article for While We're In Flight magazine. I do writing, editing, and proofreading for them and for many other companies.
Do you have children?
I have 4 children.
Why did you come to Iceland?
My wife and I volunteered to do a foreign mission for our church, and out of a hat, we picked Iceland.
Oh. Who made the decision to immigrate?
She and I both.
Who provided the money for the transportation?
I had money. We had money saved up.
Did you travel together as a family or separately?
I came at first with a product that I wound up selling. I had my own business, and so I kind of made sure that I would be able to stay here and do business, stay here legally, and I got a business visa. And then after everything was okay, after I found out everything was okay, then I brought the family. I went back home, and then I came back with the family.
Yeah. Where did you arrive in Iceland?
At the airport.
Where did you go and live once you arrived?
At first we lived with some friends here, and then we stayed there for a couple of weeks, and then we moved to, when we found a place to stay, we moved to Hverfisgata and Frakkastíga. Hverfisgata 64.
Hverfisgata 64.
Yes. That's right.
What were your financial resources like when you arrived?
We had a little money, but and then I had a job already, so I just continued making money.
Did you buy a house or rent?
At first we rented. We only had 43 square meters, and part of that was my office. We were all sleeping in the same room at that time. It was just, I have one child that passed away, so we have 3 children now. At that time we had 2 children, and when Esther was born, I had to move into the living room, and then we realized we better get a bigger place. So then we moved up here to Fludacell, and it was much better for everybody. The kids had a place where they can go bicycle riding in the playground, and I had a bedroom I could sleep in.
What was the neighborhood like?
It's just like it is right now. It's families and quiet, and also there isn't any traffic, so you don't have to worry too much about your kids playing around playing outside.
Did you get along with the neighbors and the community?
We always got along with the neighbors, yes.
How long did you stay in the first home?
2 years.
Did you find a job immediately?
I had my own job. I had my own business. I was selling air purification systems. Lofthreinsikirvi was the name of the business.
Do you live close to other family members?
I don't have any other family members here. But I can say that before, the fact that I picked Iceland was not a coincidence, I don't think. I mean, I should say was guided, I think, because my father was a soldier here. He's the only country he ever went to outside of America. He was a soldier here during the Second World War. He was a radar operator here.
Yeah.
So that's the only family I ever had here besides us.
Did you experience any racial discrimination?
Well, my wife is Japanese, and my children had a little something. They thought they were Chinese, and they had a little racial slurs, you know. But that's no big deal.
How did you get along with the Icelandic people?
Well, the Icelandic people are pretty comfortable people, you know, from my experience. And you know, do you feel uncomfortable with me?
No, no.
Well, I didn't feel uncomfortable with you. It's always been the same. My wife is also very, you know, she gets along with people very, very well. She's a guide. She's a tour guide for Japanese people. But she's very good when it comes to all kinds of people.
What kind of social or professional organization do you belong to?
Well, social professional. I don't belong to a social profession. I belong to a religious organization, and that's the only organization that I'm active in outside. You know.
Yeah. What do you see as your identity? Do you see yourself as an Icelander, or your new nationality?
Well, geez, I even when I was an American, I mean, even when I was living in America, I always just, I've been happy wherever I've lived with the people. I've always been comfortable. I've been to many countries. Icelander. I would just say a world citizen.
Yeah. What is your religion and how do you practice it in the new country?
Well, it's a new expression of Christianity, we can say, and I practice it in I share with people about what our new understanding is. It's based on new revelation. You know, and it gives I would say, a very clear understanding of what the Bible has to say, and also what all the religions are teaching in terms of, or I should say, first of all, I believe that all the religions come from the same source. And I believe that they're all meant to lead people toward God and toward peace and harmony. And ultimately, I believe there won't be any religion. I believe that God is a God of love, and that His intention, God's intention that is, was for us to live as one family. When we got that down, I don't think we need to, it doesn't matter how many times you pray, what you wear, you know, and what you want to call yourself. I mean, except if you want to call yourself a brother or a sister or a mother or a father or something like that. That's what it's about, I think, ultimately.
What are your feelings about Iceland?
Well, it took a little while. I missed the trees. I'm New York, plenty of trees, and I did a lot of camping. But I do think that this country is really beautiful. It took a while, though. You know, it took a while because I had this kind of nostalgic feeling, you know, toward, you know, camping. I mean, trees.
What was
Sorry about that.
What was the most important and meaningful event or experience in your life?
In my life? Well, I think it has to do with my marriage, and my children were both most important and meaningful. Also, just having a lovely family, my own family, was, you know, a really meaningful experience for me.
What are your dreams and vision for your future?
Well, you know, peace and harmony amongst all people. That's what I'm working for.
Do you miss your old country?
No, but whenever I get there, I'm happy to be there.
Yeah. Do you want to add something to this interview?
Well, I feel I lucked out in a way, you know, like our friends picked Afghanistan, you know. So that sense, I think I lucked out. Um, I don't know, Icelandic people think, I was just talking to an Icelandic person today, and he described Icelandic people as reserved. You know, I heard Finnish people are even more reserved, but I don't know if that's, you know, it doesn't take long, I think. Not my experience, you know, to be able to have a warm relationship with people here, and that's really important to me. That's what I like to say. I enjoy that with. I've enjoyed that with many Icelanders since I've been here. So I appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
So, what is your name?
My name is Chinelo Kamplot.
What country are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
How old are you?
I'm 16, turning 17.
How many years have you lived in Iceland?
Almost 3 years.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have four sisters and 2 brothers.
Who did you immigrate with?
With my dad.
Who did you leave behind?
I live with my dad.
And how did you feel?
Nice.
Was the process, what was the process like? Easy, hard?
Process coming to Iceland.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was my dad that helped me, so I didn't know it was like difficult. But I think it was not difficult. It was okay.
Why did you immigrate to Iceland?
Because my dad lives here, came 5 years ago, so he brought me 2 years ago.
Yeah. What did you expect Iceland to be like?
Nothing much, because most times in Nigeria we just see things on TVs, and yeah, it's okay, it's nice.
How was life before you came to Iceland?
It was okay, you know, but right now it's like different, like totally, you know. In Nigeria it's like so hot, and when I came to Iceland it was so cold, so it was like so different from Nigeria. And we're always loud in Nigeria, like everywhere is always noisy. And when I came to Iceland, it was like quiet, everything was peaceful, and the roads were like good, everything was nice. It's nice in Iceland.
So when did you immigrate?
2 years ago.
Is your country developed or developed?
Country, yes, just few parts are developed, not everywhere. Just few parts.
What language did you originally speak in the country?
We have like over 500,000 languages in Nigeria. But I speak like just one. We have like different regions, like so I speak just one, Yoruba.
Was it hard to get here?
No, it was easy.
How did people treat you when you came here?
Good. Everyone was nice. Yeah, it was nice.
Did you know English in your old country?
Yes, we speak English in Nigeria. Like the English is like the main language. Everyone speaks English, and everyone have like their own languages that they speak at home. So like English, they teach in English in schools in Nigeria.
Was it hard to learn Icelandic?
Oh yes. I was like, yeah, it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn right now. I'm not so good, so yeah, it's a little bit difficult.
Do you regret your choice of immigrating to Iceland?
No, how it gave me a lot of opportunities, and, you know, in terms of education. You know, in Nigeria, education is also good, but here also is like more standard than I, you know. So yeah, it's better to be in Iceland.
What is your religion and how do you practice it in Iceland?
Religion, I'm a Christian.
Uh,
Yeah, there's a church.
what are your desires and dreams about your future?
I want to study medicine. So yeah, I want to be a doctor, medical doctor. Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to add to the interview about Iceland or something? Just
Yeah, nothing much. Iceland is just, it's okay. It's totally different from Nigeria. And yeah, it's good. It's so quiet. It's peaceful. People are nice. And yeah, it's good. The language is a bit difficult because my brothers and sisters just came like this year. So it's like they have to learn it also. So it takes time, but I think you will get it. Like if you really want to learn the language, you would really get it if you focus and put your mind to it. I think people will get it.
yeah. Thank you.